Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video games everyone needs to play at least once.
Oh shit, here we go again.
For this list, we'll be looking at the groundbreaking and genre-defining video games we believe everyone needs to experience once in their lives. Of course, to be fair, we're only including one game per franchise. What games are on your must-play lists? Share with us in the comments below.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
BioShock.
Grace, is somebody there?
From the moment we descended into the watery depths and came across Rapture for the first time, we knew we had something special. With what we believe to be one of the finest FPS campaigns ever crafted, we were forced into the middle of a city at war. Around every corner were drug-crazed citizens, political machinations, and philosophical quandaries that kept us diving deeper. Rapture's lore and characters fascinated us, but the gameplay of BioShock was also highly gratifying. At first, we felt like a lamb led to slaughter, but with upgradable weapons and a plethora of superpower granting plasmids to unlock, we became a god among men. Utterly thrilling in every sense, BioShock is a masterpiece in tension and world building. Portal 2.
And it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage.
If you're looking for a game to flex your puzzle-solving muscles while experiencing a creative and often hilarious narrative, you should look no further than Portal 2. Both the single-player and multiplayer campaigns built on the incredible foundation of the first game, expanding in delightful ways. The new voice cast additions of J.K. Simmons and Stephen Merchant, as well as the return of Ellen McLean and GLaDOS, made the story fly off the screen. While playing alone, you'll uncover more dark history of Aperture. While playing with a friend, you'll find some of the best camaraderie-building brain teasers ever seen in video games. Simply put, there's no going wrong with Portal 2. Doom. The FPS genre owes an awful lot to Doom. While Wolfenstein 3D may have come first, it's the Slayer's first outing that's the more influential. Never before had we felt so powerful and vicious within a video game, and there are few games in existence that have managed to top that feeling since. Genius in its simplicity, we could spend hours running around blasting through demonic hordes with extreme prejudice. How id Software managed to pack so much awesome into its gameplay and soundtrack still confounds us. There's a reason Doom has been ported to every platform under the sun, as well as a ton of non-gaming devices by passionate fans, because it's something everyone should experience. The Last of Us.
There is something bad going on, and we have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Part 2 may have divided the fan base, but there's no denying how exceptional the first game is. Although the premise of a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a virus seems done to death, Naughty Dog proved it had an entirely new direction to take it in. The tale of Joel and Ellie, two deep characters forced into companionship, is one that will forever be celebrated in the annals of video game history. Thought-provoking and heartbreaking, The Last of Us expertly navigates complex themes and characterization. Though the wonderful performances of Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker in the lead roles deserve just as much praise as the writing. On top of being a masterclass in storytelling, it's also frequently terrifying.
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's just finish it.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
Pokemon Gold and Silver. Arguably, gamers should play at least one entry in this long-running RPG series, but for us, the peak of greatness came in Generation 2. Gold and Silver included the main drawing point of the original games, cute, powerful monsters to battle with. However, it made several small changes to enhance the experience. Adding 100 new Pokemon, and great ones at that, felt incredibly exciting. New gameplay features could give you the edge in battle, with new attacks and types, and your party's ability to carry items. Others were just fun inclusions, like the ability to breed Pokemon. Gold and Silver are near perfect examples on how to build a sequel and expand your fan base. You can't go wrong with the DS remakes either. Minecraft. Minecraft is such a massively popular game that chances are you've already played it at least once anyway. But if you haven't, we'd be okay if you want to pause this video to rectify that. For more than a decade now, players have been getting sucked into the creative possibilities of these blocky worlds. Although its presentation is simple, that doesn't matter when you're building, crafting, exploring, and vanquishing surprisingly tough foes when you explore too deep. Seeing what players have been able to build, whether they be impressive recreations or monuments to their own imagination, has astounded us. Thankfully, Minecraft still receives constant updates to keep the player base happy, and the inventiveness flowing. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. There are a plethora of must-play open-world fantasy RPGs, including the groundbreaking Skyrim. However, the open fantasy world we keep returning to time and time again is that of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Although he'd starred in 2 previous games, it was here that we became enraptured with Geralt of Rivia through his profound relationships with Ciri, Vesemir, and Yennefer. The political strife of the continent compelled us, instilling a desire to play a part no matter how dastardly the other characters were. The fantastical beasts were at times imposing, and at others downright disgusting, but we loved using Geralt's variety of spells to take them down regardless.
Believe me, these folks need all of it.
Super Mario Bros. 3. To be completely honest, every player should play any Mario game at least once. But given our one per franchise rule, we have to go with this NES classic. With the rulers of various kingdoms transformed into animals, Mario and Luigi set out to make things right. Super Mario Bros. 3 is such a flawless platformer and a monumental step above what came before it in terms of game design. It began the trend of different themed worlds, scaling beautifully in difficulty, and included exciting new power-ups like the Tanuki Leaf and the Hammer Seed. Despite its age, it's just as fun to play today as it was on release, and every Nintendo fan owes it to themselves to seek it out. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Now down on your stomach. There you go.
Like Mario, multiple entries in Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto series could appear here, but thanks to the engaging world, the amazing soundtrack, and the terrific characterization of its protagonist, San Andreas is a tough one to top. Upon returning home following his mother's murder, CJ is brought back into his old lifestyle and must contend with corrupt police officers and warring gangs. Rockstar took the real-life events of early 90s Los Angeles and melded them into its own narrative. It paid homage to the time period while giving us the tools to run rampant, causing mayhem, a staple of the franchise. Though it may not look it, San Andreas is still fun to play today. It's just a shame the remaster didn't do it justice. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Batman Arkham Asylum. Half-Life 2.
Wake up and smell the ashes.
Undertale. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is one of the most important games ever released, so of course every gamer should experience it. Its influence on the action-adventure genre can still be seen today, yet itself still plays tremendously well. Everything from its music to its lore, from its characters to its puzzles, enchanted us then, and remarkably they still do. Set up as a simple good versus evil story in a fantasy world, it subtly explores the loss of childhood and innocence, as well as the sacrifice that comes from answering a higher calling. Its levels and characters, whether big or small, remain some of the most iconic in the medium. If you've never played it, you're missing out on something truly extraordinary.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.